Alright guys, Kazoo71 here. I am on the island. Now one of the earliest dinos I wanted to tame when I first started playing Ark many years ago was the Allosauruses. But they were always in a pack of 3 and I always had trouble trying to figure out how to do this. So about a week or two ago someone asked me to do a video on taming a Spinosaurus early game. So which I did. And a lot of you guys liked the video, so I figured what the heck, let's do this same trap and let's try to trap an Allosaurus pack in the same trap. So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing these Allosaurs. Now one of them's a 20, one of them's an 80, and one of them's a 130. The yellow and orange one is the one I really want. That's the 130. That's the alpha of the tribe, or the pack. So I'm trying to get that thing. And there's an alpha raptor that got mixed in here at the same time. So what I'm going to do is use the same thing. I'm going to get these guys in here. And then I'm going to use what we use early game. Now, normally what I would use would be a long neck rifle and with shock and tranquilizer darts. But what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a crossbow here. Now you can use a bow or you can use a crossbow. As long as you're level 21 and you have trank arrows, all you need to do is make some arrows, change them to trank arrows with narcotics, and you're good to go. That's all you need. Now fortunately for me, there's an alpha raptor here and I'm on an RG, so alpha raptors are super easy to kill. So I'm going to kill this guy, harvest his prime meat, because that's the best thing to use early game is prime meat. Now, a later game, you want to use superior kibble. That's the best kibble to use. But, you know, if you're playing early game and you want these guys, you're not going to get kibble quick. So we're going to kill this RG. I'm going to kill this with my RG, this raptor. And then we're going to do this, and we're going to throw this prime meat in here. Now this trap, the way this trap is set up, so you guys know, is it's 9 foundations. So 9 stone foundations, 3 by 3, and then on each side, excuse me, on each side I have 3 high of the stone doorways, so that you can shoot through them. Now on the side where the ramp is, I'm using 2 high and then wooden ramps, and these are regular wooden ramps. Not superstructures. Now I do have superstructures mod on, but I'm not using those ramps. Those ramps are sloped more, so you want to use the regular ramps. So you don't need a mod for this. If you're playing on console or you're playing on PC, you can use regular pieces. So like I said, 9 stone foundations, and that would be 3 high on each side. So that's 3, 6, 9. 9 times 3, 18. You need 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You would need 24 stone doorways, and then you would need, the way I have this trap up, you're going to need 9 ramps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ramps. Excuse me. But what I'm doing is just knocking these guys out. Like I said, I'm using a crossbow. Now, the difference between the crossbows, I'm having a Senate crossbow in my hand. If you have a primitive crossbow, it works just as well. I'm telling you guys, I've been playing this for a long time, and all I can see the difference between the Ascendant and the other one is that they do more damage and they're more durable. When it comes to the trank arrows, you're hitting them, they're getting the same amount of torpidity from an arrow. If you're, get out the way, Parasaur. They're getting the same amount of torpidity whether you're using a regular crossbow or a Ascendant crossbow. It don't matter. Now you can also use a regular bow. I'm just telling you, if you're knocking out 3 Allosaurs like this, you're probably going to need to repair that bow a couple of times because it's going to break. But with a crossbow and a Ascendant crossbow, this thing's pretty durable. I can knock them all out with the crossbow not breaking. You could probably do that with a regular crossbow too. So we're just going to get these guys down. The one I really care about, of course, is the one in the middle, that 130. And I'm out of ammo. Get me a little bit more trank arrows. Like I said, normally I would use, late game, I get this stuff early, I would use a long neck rifle with shock and tranquilizer darts, but crossbow or regular bow with trank arrows works just as good. Well, not as good, but it works. I love their footsteps. Boom, boom. They just constantly moving. The 80 is not even moving. I knocked the 20 down, as you saw. I'm focusing on that 130 because, like I said, that's the one I care about. If I lose the other 2, I don't care. Come on, 130. Go down. If you guys think of some other things you're interested in, if you're watching this video and you're like, hey, how do you do this early game? Let me know. There's a lot of things you can do early game that people don't talk about because when you watch these other videos, and there's a Packy Rhino. What is it called? Packy Rhinosaurus? Anyway, a lot of other videos I watch from other players that I've seen when other YouTubers, they're showing you all this advanced techniques of how to do stuff, and I think that's okay. But if you're a new player and you're like, how do you do this early game? That's what I try to focus on. So I've got a complete playthrough on the island if you guys are interested, if you've never seen it before. Starting from day one. Now my videos, originally my vocals were, my mic wasn't as good early on, but I have a better mic now. So let's go ahead and get this guy knocked out. And I'm about to start on Scorched Earth too, because I finished my playthrough on the island. This is on my single player. This is what I'm doing right here. There we go. 130 down. Let's focus on that 80 now and knock that 80 out. This is not going to be that complicated. Just got to get them sleepy. Just go to sleep and be my friends. Come on, you want to be my friend. Out of ammo again. This time I'm going to have to make more arrows. And then make trank arrows. There you go. Now I'll make some more trank arrows. I'm back at it. It shouldn't take much more to knock this 80 out. Come on, go to sleep. There we go. Cool. Now, like I said, the best kibble to use on these guys is superior kibble, and I don't have any on me, but I do have this prime meat. And as you can see in my inventory, I do have a couple of exceptional and a couple of extraordinary kibbles that I had made. But what I'm going to do is, like I said, early game, so we're going to put some prime meat in there for you. And you can use superior kibble, by the way. I mean, you can use regular meat, by the way. It just take a lot of narcotics. But here's from the wiki page. This is for a level, I think, a 90 and a 120, what you would need. So if you're curious about what you need, you see the second most popular things, raw mutton. But finding an ovis early game or any time on this map is pretty difficult. I've found them in the snow quite often, but they do spawn in other places. But ovis are pretty hard to find on the island. They are there, though. So. But I'm not going to show you guys the whole thing. I'm just going to dump some meat in these guys. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash forward a little bit when each of them tames, so you can see that I tamed them all. And none of this is like forced tame, and I don't do that. I don't cheat like that. The only thing I do is have my taming turned up a little bit. But other than that, it's going to take about the same amount of time as you would on a normal single player, because that's how I like to play. I don't like to, I'm going to cheat and make everything easier. Now, on my server with multiple players, I do have that when I'm playing on Fjordor. We have the taming settings turned up a bit. But there's the level 20. That one didn't take too long. And then the next up's going to be level 80. There's Mr. 80. And then one more, fast forward here. And there's the 130. So as you can see, it didn't take too long. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't, if you're interested in seeing more like this. And if you have any comments, please make them. I do appreciate it. And guys, I will see you next time.